All right, so since we're talking about identifying authentication vulnerabilities, um, if you think about it here, you probably, if you're like me, you have a bunch of different passwords. How many different passwords do you have to remember for your work systems? And that's, you probably know that number better than I do. How many do you have to know for personal activities? And probably the best question here is, do you use unique or complex passwords for each of those systems and then change them at least every 60 days? That's the industry best practice. Well, if you're like me, then you probably answered, how many passwords do you have for work? Well, a lot. How many passwords do you have for personal? Well, a lot. And do you use unique complex passwords for each of those systems? Yeah, maybe. I don't know how you guys do it, but yeah, I try. But it starts to be a bit of a problem. And usually what we end up doing, as it's human nature, that we'll actually write the passwords down. And having done a bunch of audits on customer systems, both physical audits as well as going out and doing vulnerability assessments, penetration tests in the past. People will put it underneath their keyboard, the passwords. They'll put it on their monitor. They'll put it in the right drawer. Most people are right-handed, so they'll put it to the drawer right on the right or right in front of the keyboard tray. And that's not good. So what we usually do is we introduce people to tools like this one right here. This is Keepass. It's essentially a password safe is what they call, and it's an open source password management tool. You can actually go through and look at this tool and check it out. I'm not recommending, I don't have any company stock or anything, but go through and check out some of these screenshots here without downloading it, and it's pretty neat. You can see all the different windows within it, but basically it creates a secure database, an encrypted database on your system, so it's hosted here on your device that you have, and it groups it in different groups for you. Essentially, you can go through and say, hey, I have an email, I got a phone, I got a CD, and then, hey, my username is this, my password is this, and it puts it into this magical database here full of all your passwords. Somebody said before about a single point of failure. This would be it right here, but this is what they usually say is you want to come up with one password, and that can be your master password. And you can set this to change or not change. Usually, when I talk to people about this, they'll usually go through and put in a passphrase here. So that's kind of creative, something that they know they'll never forget. But essentially, you can go and look at this tool. And you can have some fun and make sure that you manage your passwords correctly. You can go in there and look at the password generation, whether or not you want it to generate in specific custom profile settings here, forcing generated passwords here, and this is kind of neat to be able to see something like that. So it's just a little bit of a way to help you manage some of the chaos with passwords. And this is Keepass. I've seen one question on the exam about this. So this is just a password management tool that you can use, and it's one of the most highly revered ones in the industry.